Tampa, Florida. This is a roller coaster avenue, as you can tell. So just got here. It's 1 o'clock. Be here for maybe an hour. Try not to get sunburned. Yeah, I'll give you an idea of the sights while before we go into the channeling mode. So much love, and yeah, catch you guys later. Greetings. We Arcturians. This is I am. Many of these places are protected by us, but by other species. But many of these zoos are watched by us carefully as your society goes into as it is in a unknown of itself, as you are right now. Many of us extraterrestrials are part of your, at least the animal keepings, as much as we can possibly connect to your animals. As for protecting them and putting them in a place where they'll be the best for them. These parks do have much use as for humans realizing what is around your world, but yes, we realize the difficulties that your animals go through in these places is not exactly the best inhabitants for them. But then again, when you look at your societies, you're not exactly in the best of conditions either. So it sort of all works together, as you can tell. Many of your ape species, the alien, will be connecting to you in your future time, becoming more of a communicator with all of you. Also, your fairies have become more apparent, more talkative. They have been silencing themselves for some time for a good reason, for their evolution, they have many purposes, but as your Earth goes into more of an awakening process, you will see their energies. You will understand what we're speaking of. As they become more identified in your society, as many of you are part of the fairy energies, as you are aware, to a certain degree. But yes, as you can tell, awareness is very rough for your society, for your Earth consciousness to fully connect with us aliens, humans, at least in human form. But much is going to happen in your society as for awareness, but it is in slow progress as usual. Entertainment is a way for us to connect, but there are other methods we are working on. Music is one, art is another, but there is so much that is not being disclosed at this time for good reason. As for technologies assisting with your awakening, moving ahead, as for assisting with powers that seem like, technologies that seem like they are godlike to a certain degree. But this is sometime in the near future. Looks like we are coming to the end of this conversation. So much love to your Earth Society. This is I Am, and we'll talk to you shortly. Much love. once again, this is I Am Arcturian at your service as usual. Once I had a human lifetime and others I do not normally go through. I did have many lifetimes on your moon, but now I'm with Arcturians to bring you messages. I am part of many space forces that are near your planet, ships that are aligned with your world. Mostly I'm around the area of Mars at this time. Around the, excuse me for all this noise, around your Mars area, because Mars does play a large role in your evolution. But of course, that evolution will take time, as we continue to say. Come on. What is happening now is your Earth is going through a transition, as always. This one is slightly different, as a slight awakening. A slight one, but not a large one. There's always going to be slight awakenings throughout the harmony of your planet, depending on who can handle what. But there are technologies being brought into your society where you can communicate more clearly to each other. I believe you are aware of this to a certain extent. It has not been brought out, but it will be eventually. Yes, there's going to be more alien beings connecting to your planet, such as a giraffe. Your dinosaur beings also. One moment. There is so much that is in the works for your world. It seems like technology is the best way to communicate with you at this time. As for also showing our power, at least our willingness to assist you by giving your world certain technologies so you can communicate with each other more clearly. This is all being perfected through our energies and Syrians and the Lyrans. I believe you've seen it in your Hollywood movies to a certain extent. That is what we're speaking of, to a certain extent. But as for mass disclosure, realize it is not mass disclosure that you need. It is understanding of spirit is what your society needs. Seeing us, yes, through spirit. That will where it be most effective. Your raw as well, another one, will be somewhat useful, but for the most part it won't have any. It will still be slightly better than you are, but it's best for spirit to become more well known to your Earth inhabitants. It will help you with health also, especially we do see many in the health. Many are already suffering through health, and unfortunately we do see that continuing as you continue on this way of not connecting with spirit. And that is not to say that we are trying to be hostile or anything like that. It's just the conditions of your world and the technologies kept from your society is not helping you. And as you know, cancers and things of that sort will be of a burden here and there. So healing will increase itself. Also with healing is the knowledge of spirituality, which your world is very unfamiliar with at this time. One moment. It is far away, isn't it? Quite. As your energies of your Earth, as you transition, as your Earth becomes more spiritual, your health conditions will improve drastically. But until then, we do see health becoming drastically worse in some cases, because of the decisions here made on this world. As for awareness, as for many different things, it's just the way of your evolution. I believe you're understanding that, especially as the energy of your world does shift. into more of a hostile mood because of the shift into a higher density. What you are kind of going into to a certain degree, it's gradual. It's always been moving. So when these are speaking of your Mandela effect, that is mostly, from what we gather, more of a human awareness. It's always been there. It's just your humans are becoming more aware of it. But it is taken out of context to a certain degree. Nothing to worry about. It is, if it assists many to become more spiritual, which it does to a certain extent, but most will not become spiritual and just use it as an entertainment factor. I believe you're aware. As the healing effects change on your world, awareness would shift. Yes. But as your energy shift into a higher force density level, many will feel effects as for health, some in the positive way, some in the negative way, depending on where they are spiritually. If they are negatively connected to spirituality, not interested in connecting to its energies, most likely the effects will bother them to a certain extent. It's different for everybody. But that's where the healers come through, even channelers, to bring assistance to much of this, to enhance your society, take it to the next level. As you can tell, it's going to be some time. That's all we have for you at this time. Much love. I am Agent N, the Men in Black. Yes, this park. Many of you have throw yourself away in entertainment practices, not realizing you put yourself into a trap to a certain degree, but not one you cannot find your way out of. It is just difficult for many to find their way out of because you've been raised in a certain way of thinking and being. MIB are looking forward to you to staying in that direction, but not all of us. Many do. Pride ourselves to keeping your society locked up, such as your Jurassic Park, your Men in Black movies, and other. Speaking of your extraterrestrial films, there's another one I believe you're aware of, but the one that's coming out called Arrival, which is another fear-mongering alien movie. So if you wish to watch that, that is up to you. With the MIB, our energies, I tell you this, I am very exhausted. More aliens are in this world and they keep continuing on over and over again. And of course, we still have to keep our job to be peaceful without bringing negativity to others, or we do no longer exist anymore. You get my saying. So we have been cooperating. Many are curious to these channelings and find it ludicrous how I'm even connecting to all of you in this way. But I'm Agent N. Oh, if you wouldn't realize where I am, would you like to know? I'm around the Arizona area around Area 51, West Nevada, but I am around Area 51 also, but mostly around the area, Arizona. Another thing about your Area 51, there is many things there. Gulf Mexico, yeah, none of your business. But many places, I can tell you this, like you're going to find them, in Africa have opened up. Underground, of course, and some of them above ground as phony corporations. I believe you're aware of this. Many of you have jobs there at corporations that are shell companies, you could say, of what is truly going on, and you'll never find out what's going on. Most of those, they're scattered across the world. Many of them in your Washington, D.C. area, but not all. A lot of them are actually pharmaceutical companies that are doing other activities, I believe you're aware. As we connect to you more, we'll bring you more information where we're allowed to. But for the most part, no. The answer is no for the most part. But you do have much bravery, which is quite amusing, and we wish for you to continue on that path because it does help you in your frequencies. Even if many of us are not on your side, we still are not there to tell you what to do. Well, we're not there to help you. I can't, but just channeling through this information, I am allowed to at least connect to it partially. But as for holding your hand, not going to happen. I believe you are aware of that. I believe you have some. Yes, you're slaves watching the slaves. Yes, I understand. Quite amusing for all of us. You think they're in prison. If you own your humanity, you already realize their own prison systems that you put around yourselves. You even build them yourselves, thinking that's just part of the program. I don't know how you people do this stuff. When it's so much, so obvious of what is around, and still humanity still stays asleep. It amazes me. So much fear. Fear is what keeps you hidden from the truth. Many of your light workers have much fear. I believe you're aware of this. Okay, one moment. Yes, as you remove fear from as your light workers remove fear from their daily lives, you'll be able to help more and not hide it behind your computer and actually share your information with society as it needs. Because it does need your information, but many are too afraid to make themselves public. Hopefully that will change. Many of the men in black don't really care, but I care. I see good within your humanity that is much needed to be tapped into, to be fully understood. I believe you, B. I can't take this anymore.